Hello, hello. How's everyone doing tonight? Happy early Valentine's Day. Hopefully, everyone's having a good night. Hey, Amy. Oh my gosh, Amy, that headache turned into a migraine. It was awful. There were so many times I thought I was going to throw up, and luckily I did not. But it hung on. I even into this morning I could still feel it. I don't ever get migraines ever. Like I've only ever recall having one like one other time in my life, and that was when my husband's dad passed away that week. Was like the first time I ever experienced it, and it was absolutely awful. And that's been years. So I don't know what was going on, why that happened to me. And I can still feel it trying to fight through a little bit, but luckily today was much better. I had to take the day off yesterday because I just couldn't function. No, Benjamin, it didn't, unfortunately. So what I ended up having to do was just take, like, I was taking multiple ibuprofen. I had some leftover pain medication I was taking that wasn't working. Like I was taking ibuprofen and hydrocodone together, and it wasn't even touching it. But my husband was like, take Excedrin because he used to get migraines, and he was like, this is the only thing that's ever worked for me. And it actually did. It provided almost immediate relief. And I thought I was going to cry. It just was a migraine. Like it wasn't even a headache. Like it turned into something like way, way, way worse. All right. So does Eli still want to do Valentine's things? Show me a yes or a no for Amy. Yes or no for Amy, please. Amy, I'm getting yes and no. It's the only card in my whole deck that means yes and no, and I have the lovers here. So I would say expect Valentine's Day related things from him. He may not go all out or anything like that, but you should get something from him related to Valentine's Day. Benjamin, though, thank you for the suggestion. Thank you for trying. Nisha, I have a yes for you, the star. Hi, star. Welcome in. Star, I have a yes, the page of wands. Yeah, Amy, like it was really bad. Like I was like stuck in a dark room for hours and hours. Any light sensitivity was awful. Sitting up for too long was awful. I had to get ice packs out and put it on my neck or my forehead. I was drinking water like it was going out of style. And I took 2 doses of 600 milligram ibuprofen. And I also took, I want to say it was hydrocodone. And that wasn't even touching it. Like, not at all. Like, it did absolutely nothing. Excedrin is literally the only thing that worked, I guess. Excedrin and time. You're welcome, Star. But like I said, I don't ever get migraines. This was the first time in like 5-6 years. So can't really complain. Hey, little pets, welcome in. Hi, Fabi, welcome in. Lil Pits, I have a yes, 8 of Wands. Bobby, it's unclear right now. I have a maybe. 2 of Pentacles. You're welcome. Amy, your donation came through. Just really quick, guys, just a reminder, my donations are only going to be open for about an hour tonight. I'm trying to take it a little bit easier this week just because of how crazy my weeks have been these last few go-arounds. So tonight I'm only going to be open for an hour, and that's from when the live stream started. You're welcome, Bobby. Benjamin, do you have a yes/no question you'd like to ask? We have 3 minutes left of the free list, then we're moving on to donations. The only, oh my God, I can't think. My words aren't working. The only exception to that is if you are new to me tonight, like you just subscribed for the first time, I'll answer yes, no questions after the free list closes. But if you have been here before, it is going to come to an end in about 2.5 minutes. Amy, if you'd like to go ahead and get your question prepped, feel free to do that. Amy, I got it. Thank you. Okay, channel message. Got it. You're welcome, Nisha. All right, Amy, I am shuffling for you now. Yeah, it did. I confirmed it a few minutes ago, but maybe you didn't hear me. Yeah, same, Amy. For whatever reason, I'm not getting emails for Cash App like I used to, like email notifications. And a lot of times I'll get texts, but those are coming through like way after the fact, or sometimes even when I get off of the live stream, then like after the live stream is completely done, then I start getting notifications for it, which is a little confusing for me because I'm like, wait, I'm not live. Why am I getting notifications? And then I remember that they're just delayed. Hey, babe. Was it easy?
Yeah. Cold shit outside.
Yeah.
Like it dropped like 20 degrees.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Once it got dark. Yeah, they're playing with their little toy. I did a lot of deep cleaning earlier today and I found two of their toys underneath because we have a sectional, and if the sectional pulls out and it can become like a really large sofa, like a pull out bed type thing. And I had pulled the pull out back to vacuum under there, and I found two of their toys that they haven't seen in a couple of weeks, and so they're just going crazy with it. Sorry if that's distracting. If it is, I can mute, but it's really all I can do right now. Yeah. Typical cats. Hi, Diksha. All right, Amy, I have your message. Let me know if you're ready. Okay. So he says, I like the way you make me feel. I feel so happy around you. There's a warmth that you bring to my life that I enjoy, and having you around brings me great comfort. I hope that you would say the same thing about me. I wonder what you tell your friends. How would you describe me to someone else? Do you say good things? I'm curious about that because I care what people close to you think about me. I'm ready to spend more time together. You'll be hearing from me soon to make plans. I will make sure we see each other soon, even though I've been busy. You make me feel more confident, and it's a good feeling. I don't really notice many people in my life making me think this highly of myself, and it's a nice change. I'm eager to discover more about you too. I'm curious what else there's to know about you that I don't already know. It's a nice feeling too around this time of year, not feeling alone. I hope you know that you've made me more excited about this holiday, and I hope we can spend more time together. I have some romance planned for us soon. I will do my best to make it happen. I am excited to see what is ahead for you and me. Yeah, that was a nice message. Amy, it seems like it. Yeah. But that was a nice message. It seems like he's, maybe this time of year he normally feels like alone or isolated. And this year he's like kind of excited because it seems like he has someone to share in this holiday with and not be alone, which is sweet. Journey, you can ask any questions, but it's donations only at this point. You're welcome, Amy. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, Amy, what's your yes no question? You're welcome, Journey. All right, shuffling for your question now. So, Amy, there's definitely like a sensual energy around you guys. I think what I'm getting or I'm picking up is like flickers of like daydreaming and fantasizing, but like he doesn't let himself go there. Maybe because when these feelings arise in him, he's like working or around his mom or something where it's just like not ideal for him to start having these feelings. Hey, James. Okay, perfect. But I am getting that like there's a sensual essence or energy around you guys, and like I feel like he is feeling like very aroused, I guess you could say. And so this is starting these like daydreaming and fantasizing kind of moments for him. But again, it doesn't get very far, I think, because it's just not the right time or not the ideal situation. So he hasn't fully dug into them. And I think too, he wants to like feel that way when he's physically with you as well. Yeah, okay, let's see. Um, Not particularly, Amy. I am getting a no, Nine of Swords for the wholesome. Yeah, I'm not picking up on that. No, not surprised. Sorry. Amy, I probably could do something like that. Yeah, I could pick up on qualities. It would be like a general consensus. I might be able to pick up or single out maybe one or two kids that might have specific thoughts or something like that. But unless you want to know about like one student or something like that in particular, it would be like a general, if that's okay with you. Hey IJ, welcome in. All right, that sounds good. All right, so we have James, IJ, and Amy. I'm just gonna add you on just so that way we can save your place if you do donate. Oh, okay. All right, there you go, guys. Okay, so we are going to work on James's reading now. Of option 2. Hey Lorraine, welcome in. How's it going? Okay, so James, I'm kind of getting or picking up on the fact that Patty could be going through like kind of like a more introverted energy. Like I see with the 7 of Cups in reverse, she's kind of keeping to herself a bit. What is she giving this connection, Spirit? What is she giving this connection? What is she giving this connection? So I feel like with this is like, because it's Scorpio energy, solar plexus, I feel almost like she's kind of going through a mini transformation or transition where I think reality has kind of caught up to her a little bit, and she's maybe before was kind of in like this fantasy, like daydreaming, very floating kind of headspace. And I think maybe now she's kind of getting back to reality. And I don't know, this feels like a upgrade. It feels like things are leveling up for her. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But I think it's making her a little more quiet towards the connection. Natty Nat, yes, I will confirm in just a second. Sit tight for me, please. What are her intentions? Yeah, I'm just getting a closed off energy. For her thoughts, we have Ace of Swords. So she's having some breakthroughs. I have multiple cards talking about clarity, sobriety, seeing things for what they are. You know, I feel like mentally she could be really fighting for this connection. In her head, I feel like she could be overthinking things a little bit, though, I will say. It seems almost like she's looking for the bad. She's not letting it win, but I don't know. There's like this mental struggle. There's a lot of swords here in this reading, and it's making me feel like there's some type of communications thing happening here. She's like thinking about the future. It's like feels very intense for her in her mind right now. It doesn't necessarily feel bad. I want to throw that out there, but it seems like she's just overthinking a lot here when it comes to this connection. I honestly think it would be a good thing if she could spend some time with you. This is just my advice, because I think she needs to get out of her head. I think she needs to get back into the connection with you and like just enjoy and just be present, because it seems almost like when you guys are apart, she starts getting very like in her head. And I think if you guys could potentially spend more time together, this would help ease her mind a little bit. I feel like she does feel good about you. And there is a card here indicating this attraction that she feels for you, Queen of Wands. So we're talking about her feelings is like there's a magnetic energy around you. She could be letting fear come in a little bit, James. Sometimes we can get a little scared and it triggers our fight or flight. But I do feel like she feels attracted to you. She feels confident around you. She feels beautiful. So yeah, those are her feelings. It feels fiery. It feels kind of passionate. Let's see. What's next? Intentions. So I kind of want to go back to Scorpio energy, that Scorpion transformation. I feel like her intentions are to try to like completely shed or something like that. She wants to shed essentially her fear or the things that hold her back from really making big moves here with you. The Ten of Swords talks about endings, things coming to an end, really kind of kicking yourself in the butt to get this new motivation for the relationship. Ten of Swords. Now, I do want to throw out there that with this Ten of Swords energy, clarified by the Queen of Wands, she could be feeling distant from you, or you are noticing a little bit of distance from her. But again, the tens indicate things coming to an end. So I feel like there's kind of like this micro transformation happening with her, where she's just having to break some old habits or some bad habits that she feels like is not benefiting this relationship with you. And she's kind of having to work through and navigate through those feelings. We vibes. My free list has come to an end. And my donation list will also be coming to an end in the next 10 minutes. So we're asking if there's any outside influences or blocks, and the advice here is patience, of course. Temperance talks about patience. But I think for her specifically, she's realizing that she's seeking peace. I think this is a big epiphany that she's recently had, is she doesn't want to be emotionally unregulated. She doesn't want to have her nervous system out of whack. She wants to be in a comfortable, safe relationships. That's what she deserves. That's what she desires. And I feel like for her, she's seeking peace. And I think this is just a little bit of a mental hiccup, because she's trying to, I guess, adjust to the fact that something actually could be really good for her here. And I think that this is kind of like the last straw or the last thing that she has to work through before she can fully accept this relationship. As far as overall energy, I have Page of Swords. This is a curious energy. I still feel like she wants to maintain contact, continue to grow the relationship. Page of Swords is like curious, interested, invested. And also, the page is like essentially talking about the relationship still being in the very beginning stages, early days. And it makes me feel like she still has this mentality or desire to grow the relationship with you. So if you are feeling like she's a little bit distant right now, this is temporary. Sorry, We Vibes. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, Virgo. Thanks for the donation. Let me update the list really quickly. IJ, I have your question. Virgo, what are your initials on PayPal? You're welcome, IJ. All right, I got you, Virgo. And I also have your question. All right, I went ahead and posted the list in order. Let me know if you don't see your name and you donated. The donation list will be closing shortly. All right, shuffling for James's question. So, James, first out, the first thing feels like she's going to get this delivery like later in the day, like the second part of the day, it feels like. I do feel like she communicates with you as quickly as possible to thank you for the gift. As soon as she receives the delivery, she will communicate with you as quickly as possible. As soon as she gets the chance, I see her feeling like this was very generous and she feels really special. The Six of Pentacles also talks about equal energy and effort. So I feel like you're going to get that verbal recognition that you're looking for. The Four of Wands indicates that this may help further the connection along or like add to the progress that you guys are currently experiencing. Four of Wands talks about like taking the next step in the relationship. So to her or to you or to the connection, it feels really good. It feels like this is just another consistency that you're providing that's just making her feel even more confirmation that this is a good person for her or someone who genuinely appreciates her and respects her. Let's see. I also think that to some extent, this delivery is unexpected to her. I think that she knows that this is like a possibility, but I still think that she is surprised. Either she's surprised that it actually happened, or she's surprised at what it is that's being delivered to her, but there's some level of like unexpected here. And I think she's going to look at you as someone who like really perseveres. You're really digging your heels in and making your position known that you're choosing her and she's the one for you. And, you know, really demonstrating to her that if she was available, you're all in. And I think that that is making her feel acknowledged in a really big way. That's making her feel good. Overall, I think she's excited. I'm seeing some smiles here. And I think that's it. I think that's all that I am getting. I do have the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which we all know is like where things start to feel like they're aligning, coming into focus. And this indicates like a significant bliss, joy, happiness. So I definitely feel like this is a good move, and this is something that will honestly bring you guys closer. All right, guys, make sure you're getting your last minute donations in. Get your last minute donations in. You have 2 more minutes. After that, all donations are going to be closed. IJ, we're shuffling for you now. So IJ, I'm getting the sense that she's excited for change. I have the Death card, especially being the first card and the Heart Chakra. It's significantly interprets as ready for something different, ready for a shakeup, ready for a shift in the connection. So I think that this is helping the relationship between the two of you. A couple of like phrases associated with this card is stripping away what's not working, like purging, letting go, and finding liberation through that. So this could signify that she's actually getting more mentally prepared. I'm not sure if she's like getting help through therapy or if she has her own modalities that she's been doing, but it seems like things are starting to pay off and she's starting to really feel like she can breathe again a little bit. And that could be why the conversations are more frequent or coming through more often. I'm not sure exactly how you would phrase that, but it feels like for her, she's willing to let go of the past version of herself and maybe make room for something here. I'm not saying she's going to be ready and jump right into something with you immediately, but I think that she's excited for something different. I think she's curious. I think she's ready to kind of see where this, I guess, could go. Let's see. I also have the Seven of Pentacles. So this talks about the fact that you've kind of been working this. You have been kind of planting seeds here and there, showing up, showing her consistency, showing her that you're here for her. You're communicating with her. You're maybe probably keeping your distance, giving respect. Like, these are all little nuggets that are important that you've been kind of dropping along the way. And the great part about the Seven of Pentacles is that these are seeds, these are things that have been planted. And now, like, at some point, it can probably provide something fruitful. I always say that showing someone consistency, showing someone that you're there, that you'll be there in any capacity, showing up for them, following through with what you say you're going to do, that is invaluable. And not only does it encourage someone to trust you, but it fosters this faith that you are who you say you are, and that goes a long way, especially with people who may feel like they couldn't have trusted others in the past. I just think that that's such a big thing, and for her to see that no matter what condition or state of mind or place that she's at in life, like, you've kind of always been there. And I think that that is going to serve the connection. And I feel like the reason I'm saying these things is because these are things that are being acknowledged by her. She's seeing you as a king. She's seeing you as someone who, is able to it feels like there's just a maturity about you. You kind of handle your own, you take care of what you need to take care of, and I feel like she's looking at that with admiration and respect. And I also see here with the Four of Pentacles, as far as her feelings for you, is that she's not letting go. The Four of Pentacles usually indicates the things that we keep close to us. And so in this aspect, when we're talking about you, it means that she's keeping you close. She's not letting you go. She's still holding on to this connection with you. Because it means something to her. So yeah, that is what I've got for you. All right, let's see who we've got next. Actually, I just want to make sure that no other donations came through. IJ, let me know. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I hope you have a good night. All right, next. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to put open. Ignore that last part. The list is closed. Amy. Oh my gosh, I keep doing it. What is wrong with me? All right, there we go. Jeez Louise. Okay, Amy, if you're in here, let's get you started. You're good. Okay, let's go ahead and get started for you. You said you wanted to know what your students' impressions are of you. Is that correct? Okay, let's take a look here. Oh my goodness. Are they young? I mean, I know they're kids, but I'm just saying, like, are they young? Okay. So the first thing is that they feel like you being present was a good change, something different, something like, I don't know if you replaced someone or if you were just like added to the team, but they feel like they're happy that you're there. I feel almost like before you came along, things felt strained or they weren't happy with the situation that was going on before you got there. Maybe they felt like they weren't given attention, or they felt like if you replaced someone or something like that, they weren't crazy about this person. And you coming in has provided some kind of like support to them on an emotional level that makes them feel really good. There's specifically sensitive children that are drawn to you, maybe because you have a level of empathy or provide comfort to them. And I feel like those students are more drawn to you. They're looking for some type of support or fulfillment or validation, and you seem to offer that. I think there are some kids that are kind of on the fence. It's not like they would say you're their favorite, but I don't think they necessarily have any favorites. I have some kids off to the side that are like, take it or leave it. You're good. They don't have anything bad to say. Yeah, I think it's just like feeling seen is like one of the biggest things that I'm um pulling, because we have the Eight of Cups and this talks about feeling abandoned, and so I do feel like there are some kids that now felt like they were kind of forgotten about, and you're offering the support that they need in that situation. Page of Cups talks about like giving them hope again and making them feel like there's someone out there who actually cares, like about what they're thinking or what they're feeling. So I would say definitely keep up with that, because that seems to be the biggest theme here. The kids felt like they're forgotten, left behind, abandoned, or their feelings are invalidated in some way, and you're helping them understand themselves and feel supported in that way. I do have the Six of Wands here, so overall I do feel like they recognize you, praise you, feel like, you know, they're happy that you're there. And then of course there's like a small few off to the side that are like taker or leaver, you know, they're good either way. They don't have anything really bad to say. Yeah, I actually was gonna say that that's what it feels like. It's more like a needing attention or focus on them, not due to the lack of what the school is providing, but more so like how they feel on a daily basis in their environment. You're welcome, Amy. I feel like you're in a good career for you. I feel like it's a good place for you to do what you're doing right now. Don't be afraid to take breaks or take mental health days and things like that because I'm sure it's a lot. But I do feel like you're in a good place. Thanks, Amy. All right, next up we have Natty. After Natty, we have Virgo. And then that will be it for the night. All right, Natty, shuffling for you now. You're welcome, Amy. Have a good night, okay? Oh, that's sweet. All right, what's going on with a company called My Outfit Online? I'm waiting to hear back for a job I applied for. All right, Natty, let's take a look here. Natty, if I'm gonna go by this reading specifically, I would say that you should be in the running, or you should be hearing from them soon for this position. I have the Seven of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. So Eight of Pentacles specifically talks about working, a new job, a new employment, working hard. Ace of Cups talks about a new offer that's being given to you. And then we have the Two of Cups, which talks about partnerships, people coming together for a single cause, or again, this would be kind of like a job offering you a position. and that would be considered quote unquote a partnership. I also have the Seven of Pentacles indicating that the work that you have put in is going to pay off. It just you haven't heard from them yet, or you haven't seen them yet. This card also talks about like gestation, which is essentially where they're in the deliberation process. Nothing has actually officially been made or decided. So I feel like they could be kind of going back and forth as of right now. I'm actually hearing that they initially had a position open for a certain number. So like okay, so this is an example. They may have only had one position to fill, but they're deciding between you and someone else, for example. And so now they're trying to deliberate whether or not to hire both, and just to find a way to make both positions, like two positions open up for two different people. Like essentially there's something that has to do with this prospecting and this interview process. They have made some changes and decided to do something different than they originally planned on doing. So it feels like to me that there's something here that feels like they're very impressed by you and potentially other people. And I think they're trying to figure out a way to maybe hire multiple people or more people than they thought they were going to. But again, all of these cards are yes cards. I have cards specifically talking about the impressions that you have made so far is working. Essentially kind of like they want to invest in you further. And I have Ace of Cups offering a job to you. Eight of Pentacles literally means working. So if I'm going to go off of this reading and follow my intuition, I do feel like you're going to hear from them. And I feel like you will have an offer. But yeah, that's what I've got for you, Natty. How long have you been waiting to hear from them? Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to be much longer. I think they'll be, I mean, I hope I'm right, but I feel like they're going to be offering something to you. You're welcome, Natty. All right, let's take a look, Virgo. You're welcome, Natty. Of course. All right, Virgo. Let's see what I've got for you. So Virgo, I'm getting a lot of cards that are making me feel like MC is questioning his or their relationship with you. I don't know if it's a like guy or girl or whatever, but MC is in this position of like questioning whether to stay, whether to go. I feel like MC is wondering if it's worth a shot with you or worth another shot or another go if you guys have history together. Um, I do feel like he feels, I'm just going to say he, and if I'm wrong, you can correct me. I feel like he feels like the ball is in his court, um, but he is essentially kind of giving this impression of, oh, there you go, Virgo. Thank you for confirming. So I feel like she feels like the ball is in her court here when it comes to your connection, whether you guys reconnect or not. Now, she could feel that way because she feels like you've put in enough effort and energy, and she feels like if something is going to happen here, then it needs to be her taking the action. But I feel like with MC is deliberating, like she's questioning whether or not she should give it a shot or another shot here, or if she should walk away. I have the Five of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. The Magician is clarifying the Nine of Wands as well. The Nine of Wands talks about how you've really tried to make something happen or make something work. Something here feels like you guys do have history together. At least this is the way the cards are presenting, is that this has been like an ongoing thing for a while. And it seems like she is at times ready to move on, move forward. And then at times will like move on and move forward at times with you and then at times without you. And I'm not quite sure what exactly those feelings are as to why she's feeling that way, but I do see a lot of like overwhelm and intensity surrounding her. The Nine of Wands talks about fear, anxiety, stress, burdens, things like that. She could also be feeling guilt or regret when it comes to you and focusing on the past a lot rather than like being hopeful for the future. She could be very much like focusing too much on what has already transpired. You tried for commitment with her. It feels like she's hesitating to move the connection forward. I would 100% agree with that. And I will tell you right now, she is still deliberating on that. She hasn't officially decided. And I think right now she doesn't trust her feelings because one day she's like, okay, maybe we can do this. And then one day she feels like, no. And she doesn't feel like her emotions are stable enough. I have the Queen of Cups here. She doesn't feel like her emotions are stable enough. And they haven't been stable enough long enough for her to know what it is that she wants. So she's kind of feels frozen in making a decision because her feelings change like frequently. And so I feel like for her, that's where the struggle is. She hasn't quite decided one way or the other, but I definitely would agree with you that she's in that hesitation place or she's being very cautious. She could potentially be overwhelming herself because she's overthinking it. But I feel like she's just kind of in this in between of like, do I do this? Do I not? Should I stay? Should I go? Feels very torn for her. And she's weighing those choices and outcomes pretty much at this exact moment. So, I don't have a clear outcome, but if I were to guess, let's pull a card which way she's leaning here. Of course, Two of Swords. Again, that's Two of Swords means indecision. We also have the Tower. Which way is she leaning? Which way is she leaning? Three of Swords and the Tower. So I would say she's leaning away from commitment with you. But again, this is not set in stone. So Virgo, that is what I have. You're welcome. All right, guys, that is it for me for the night. Whoever is, you too, Virgo, whoever's still here, thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your evening, and I will see you guys next time.